Hey everyone, how are you? Um, guess I bet a bit of a rhetorical question that I guess. Um, it's me, Nikki. I haven't done a video in a while, so I thought I would do one now. Please excuse my red eyes and scruffy look. I've just come back from a club. Well, from a bar. I was working, but beer pong, fun times. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I am a beer pong queen. Um, love the game. It's fun. So yeah, we were working. So I am a little bit tired. Not drunk, but just tired. Excuse the music in the background. Got a movie on. So I'm just going to run through quickly what's been going on with me. Not in too much detail, but just to fill you in. More for myself than anything else. But if you guys are watching this, thank you. Um, I The modeling is going great. I'm finally up to 23,500 likes, which is amazing. I never ever thought I would have got there. It's That's just something I never thought I would have achieved. 23,500 people is absolutely insane. So if any of my friends, I don't like the word fan. Fan, it makes me seem famous and stuff, and I'm the least most famous person in the world. So I consider all of you who have liked my page and who do follow me friends. So you should message me and stuff, and we could be friends. So yeah, I never thought that would have happened. So I'm really stoked about that, and I also got featured in two magazines actually. In Gem magazine, which is a new online magazine. I didn't get featured, but I got a little tearaway page, which was very cool. And then I got featured as alternative model of the month in Fan-Based Music Mag, which is super cool. I had a 10-page Q&A interview thing, so that was really cool. That is my biggest accomplishment, I think, as obviously as a transgender model. Just the fact that a transgender female was given the opportunity to get that kind of publicity is really cool for me. I mean, there are the few out there that have done really well, but I never ever thought that I would be one of those. So that's really cool. So that was a big thing for me. So if you haven't seen it, go to Fan-Based Music Mag and check it out. I'm page 120 odd. But yeah, so they just ask simple questions. What's it like being an alternative model? What are the challenges I get being a transgender model? What are the challenges of being transgender? I think I answered them well, but if I haven't, if I didn't touch on anything, let me know. So I know for the next one, if I ever do another one. So that's really cool. So the modeling thing is going really cool. I've also recently just picked up photography. I got this really cool little camera, this little Sony NEX, for a great price, and I've really gotten into the photography. My biological dad is quite a respected photographer, Larry. I don't know if I can say that. So maybe I get it from him. I don't know, but I have really been enjoying it. It's also given me an opportunity to experience life a little bit more. Before I used to just sit inside and watch TV and play games, and that would pretty much be the sum total of it. Now I find any opportunity I can to go outside, because there's just so much for me to photograph, and it's also helped me realize that the world we live in is actually exceptionally beautiful if you look at it in the right way. Living in South Africa is dangerous, and there are its problems, but at any one point there is something beautiful around you, and you've just got to open your eyes to see it. And photography's definitely helped me realize that, which is amazing, because I just have more will to go out and more will to be alive, as opposed to just existing. And I think that's a big thing. I think a lot of people just are quite happy just existing, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel that people should embrace their life and actually live their life and not just exist. And it doesn't mean you have to go skydiving and bungee jumping, and all of that's fun, but you know, sometimes just going out for a walk on a sunny day to a park, you know, just take a second and just admire a mother walking her child to school, or just something, just simple beauties, a couple hugging each other on a park bench. I know it sounds so cliche, but these are simple little things that you normally just walk past and you never take notice of. You know, you don't notice that mother carrying her child, which in essence is a beautiful thing. Some people may never experience that, and that's sad. You know, that couple, that love that's is being shown by these two people randomly on a bench. You know, I'm sure there are hundreds of you out there who, myself included, who have had moments where you felt completely and utterly alone, and sometimes just noticing love somewhere else can pick you up. Love is an amazing thing, and because of that, I've found more of a will to live. I've found more of a will to recognize the world around me, as opposed to focusing on myself. I've also realized it's a lot. I have a lot of time to think. I've also had a lot of time. My collarbones look so huge. I've also had a lot of time to think and realize that I think before I may have put too much stock and effort into my transition. I know, shock and horror, one cannot say that, but it became an obsession for me, and I lost myself in it. You know, I was trying so hard to be the typical, stereotypical female, and trying to be what people thought I should be, as opposed to just being myself. And it consumed me, and things just kind of fell apart around me because of that. I've realized now I am not the girliest of girls in the world. I really am not. I love my makeup, I love my clothes, I love my heels, but I'm quite happy to go out in a pair of jeans and a vest, and no makeup, or a little bit of makeup, or lots of makeup, just depending on how I feel that day. I've realized makeup doesn't make me a woman. Dressing up doesn't make me a woman. I am a woman. I don't have to do those things to prove that. Those things just help me feel more confident, but it doesn't define me. And that, I think, is a very important thing for me and others to realize. That just because you're wearing makeup, or just because you're dressed fancily, doesn't make you a woman. And it doesn't make you any less of a woman if you don't. If you, in your soul, feel that you're a woman, then you're a woman. No fancy clothes, no fancy makeup is going to change that. No lack of fancy clothes and fancy makeup is going to change that. You are who you are. And, you know, I tried to dress up, and dresses and heels, and I love heels, don't get me wrong, but I can't find my size, so I'm saying this is an excuse. I'm just kidding. You know, and I just, it enveloped me. It swallowed me up. I lost my path. Um, you know, and I think now, now that I've realized that I don't need those things to be a woman, I'm also a lot more content because I know who I am. So if I do go out and I'm not dressed, I know that I'm still me. I know that I'm still a female. Um, no matter what anybody says, no matter what people think, like, I'm still me. And that's a big thing. That was a major breakthrough for me. It's actually led to a lot of happiness. I've realized that my objects do not define me, basically. I know it's very cliche as well, but it's a hard thing to come to when it feels like those are the only things that do make you feminine. And for me, for a long time, that's what I thought. But I've realized that it's not the case at all. I can still be tomboyish. I can still get into a fight if need be. I can still stand up for my friends. I can still do all of that and still consider myself a female. Still consider myself a woman. I can do it all with makeup. I can do it all without makeup. You've just got to remember that those things do not define you. So that was a big thing for me. Sorry, I'm blabbering on again. The letting go, in my last video, I discussed letting go of anger. And that in itself has led to a lot of things which have made me exponentially happier. Just a series of events that have happened that have made me more comfortable with who I am, and as well as just happier in general. It's an amazing thing how letting go of anger can actually free you to an extent. It's amazing how much anger controls our lives. So that was massive. So I've made a lot of personal discoveries and a lot of personal changes to the way I think and the way I am, which I think have influenced me in the better. I'm going to try to keep this a little short. It's already going on 12 minutes. So I mean, yeah, that was massive for me, letting go of that anger. And I've made sure, I mean, there obviously are still things that irritate me, and there are still things that make me angry, but I try my best to let them go as quick as I can. I don't want that negativity around me. So yes. Okay, so I think I've discussed everything. I've just finished my 7th month of hormones. Yay! My acetone's slowly decreasing, if I ever carry on running like I should. Boobs are extremely sore. Wow. I love them, but wow, so sore. My body's changing, which is exciting. Makes me happy. I do little happy dances now, and my bum jiggles. So there are good things, and I must be honest, I am in a much better place now than I was a few months back. Just realizing that obsessing about anything is probably not a good idea, especially obsessing about my change. I've realized that it's a journey. I'm not going to look like a female right off the bat. Like, even with my best makeup, I'm going to get clocked as male. But that's okay, because I know who I am, and I know eventually that'll happen, and that's fine. I'm in no rush. So because I think I'm not obsessing, and because I think I've let go of the anger, and when people do get my pronoun wrong or my name wrong or whatever, I don't get angry, because it's understandable. And instead of getting angry and frustrated, I rather try to educate them as to why it would irritate me or someone like myself. I think education is key. There's no point in getting angry and frustrated with people if you're not going to make an effort to change that. Sadly, a lot of people are just naive. Okay, yeah, so that's me. Okay, so I am, if any of you are wondering, a lot happier. I am doing a lot better. And modeling's so cool. Check me out, Phoenix Star, with 2 X's and 1 R. And faces. And if you do feel like chatting, I know I keep saying this, and like no one's ever messaged me, but if just whatever, if you do feel left out or lost or different, you don't have to be transgender, you don't have to be gay, you could just be someone who just needs someone to talk to. I'm always willing. Yeah, you can chat to me, send me a message on this video, and I'll get back to you with my email address or whatever. Someone called me a role model today, and I really don't see myself as a role model. I mean, there are people out there who have made such differences and are making huge differences, and then there's me, who's a model, fame and glory. But at least I'm trying to do something with it. But I don't classify myself as a role model. I just want to be able to help people who are lost. Even if it is just being someone who's there to talk to. I feel if I can make a difference in one person's day, not even their life, but just their day, then I've done well. Okay, so if you want to chat, I'm here. If you enjoyed this video, cool. If you want to ask me anything, I'm an open book. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.